Welcome. I'm Emmanuel. In this video, we are going to be looking at surds and the process of simplifying surds. Okay, now surds are the square roots or cube roots of numbers whose result is an irrational number. Now let me give you an example to corroborate what I'm saying. Now look at the square root of 8 and the square root of 9. One of these is a surd and the other is a perfect root. Let's start with 9. The square root of 9 is 3, a whole number, an exact root. Now, the square root of 8 is 2.8284, which is a result giving a recurrent decimal. So this is an irrational number, and hence the square root of 8 is a surd. So in today's lesson, we are going to be taking a look at the process of simplifying surds. Alright, so we have a question here, simplify root 72. Now, it is important to note here that the first thing you are going to do is to try and express this number as a product of two factors, such that one is a big perfect square and then the other factor is a very small number. And then the easiest way to do this, I would recommend, is to do what we call prime division. I'll take you through the process of prime division to see how it goes. When you prime divide a number, you are going to be able to build the correct factors for such number, such that one will be a big perfect square and then the other will be a very small number. So I'm going to show you now how to prime divide the numbers so that you can get the products for simplification. Now let's take 72. We prime divide. So we start from the lowest prime number, which is 2. 2 in 72 is 36. As long as that number can still go, we keep dividing with it. We have 2 in 36, 18. We have 2 in 18, 9. Obviously, 2 can no longer divide 9, so we move on to the next prime number, which is 3. 3 in 9, 3. 3 in 3, 1. Alright, this is the process of prime division. Now, the next thing now is to build up the numbers such that you are going to have a product of perfect squares. So I would start by saying 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. So our end result is 36 times 2. If you look at these two numbers, 36 is a perfect square, a very big perfect square. How is it a perfect square? 36 is 6 times 6. You can get a direct square root for 36, and then the other factor is 2, which is a very small prime number. So this is the process of simplifying a root such that you are going to have a very big perfect square and a small root. Okay, so I've paired the numbers such that we have 2 times 3 times 2 times 3 times 2. The next thing to do is to multiply the pairs. We have 2 times 3, which is 6, times 2 times 3, which is 6, times 2. So far, we have 3 factors. Remember, the idea is to get just 2 factors such that one is a big perfect square and the other is a small number, and it's already looking like it. Okay, so we have 6 times 6 as 36, then multiplied by 2. So I'm going to have root of 72 will now become the root of 36 times 2. Then I'm going to separate the roots. So I'm going to have root of 36 times root of 2. Right? Root of 36 is 6. So my result is 6 times the root of 2. And then the final answer will be 6 root 2. All right? 6 times root 2 is 6 root 2. The same thing with A times B. AB. All right? 6 times root 2. 6 root 2. So that's the process of simplifying surds. Okay, one more example before we go. We have simplify the root of 45. I've already told you that the fastest way to do this is to prime divide. So we are going to have 45. We prime divide 45. The first prime number that can divide 45 is 3. So we have 3 in 45. We have 15. 3 in 15, 5. Then 5 in 5, 1. The next step is to write out my products. I have 3 times 3 times 5. Remember, we need just 2 factors. Just 2. And here we have 3 factors. So we need to build these 2 similar factors together. So we have 3 times 3 will be 9, which is a perfect square, times 5, which is a small irrational root. So the next step is to input my products into the root. So I'm going to have root of 45 will become root of 9 times 5, and then I'll separate the root. Root of 9 times root of 5. The square root of 9 is 3 times square root of 5, and then 3 times 5 is 3 root 5. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the lesson. A quick recap of the process of simplifying surds. I told you that the first step is to break the root into 2 factors such that you have a big perfect square and a small number, all right? As in the case of 45, 45 will be 9 times 5. Now, be very mindful of the 2 factors. One is going to be the biggest perfect square you can have as a product of that number, and then the other will be a very small number that cannot give you another root, and that is 9 times 5. The next step is to find the root of the perfect square, which is the root of 9, which is 3, then multiply it by the smaller root, which is the root of 5, and then your answer is 3 root 5.